Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our calculator on, and then we're gonna hit stat, and then now we have some options at the top. It'll say edit, calculate, tests. So we wanna be in the edit screen. So once we're in the edit screen, right there, we just hit enter. So we go back, that was stat, and then we hit enter. And now we have a question, and our question is gonna look like this right here. So that's our question. And so the first one is always gonna be your list one, and the second one's always gonna be your list two. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type the numbers in there. So remember the first number was 2.0, kind of look at that right there. So 2.0, and then we hit enter. Have to hit enter every time afterwards. Then you hit 3.7, you hit enter, 4.2, enter, 1.9, enter, 3.1, enter, 2.5, 4.4, 3.9. Now once you get to the last thing, you hit enter, and then you're gonna hit the arrow over.
Okay.
And that brings you up to list two. And then we'll just type in the values for list two, and notice the first value is 60. So we do 60, enter, 83, enter, 84, 58, 72, 62, 85, 85. Now we want to make sure that we have the same number of digits right here and right here. Because if we don't have the same number of digits, it just won't work. Okay. Once we've entered our list one and list two, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the stat button one more time. And now we don't want to be in edit anymore. We want to be in calculate. So we're going to hit the arrow, the right arrow over. And now we're in calculate. And you will notice that if we look at the fourth thing down, it says linear regression. So once we've hit the right arrow over, then we'll go ahead and we'll hit the number 4, which will put linear regression, and then we'll hit enter 5 times.
Now I remember.
Okay, and then that tells us what we have. So notice we have A equals and B equals, so that's our slope. Our slope would be y equals 11, basically 12x, because that's gonna round up. That'd be y equals 12x plus 35.1. Now we don't have the R though, so the R is gonna be important. So how we find the R is, or make it so R appears, is we're gonna hit mode, and you only have to do this one time, and you'll hit up, and then you have to hit up to stat diagnostic. So see how stat diagnostic is labeled as off? We need to go over and hit enter on. And now if we were to go back, let's do that whole stat calculate. So once we've turned that on, we can hit stat, go to the right, which is calculate, hit the number 4, and then hit enter 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we'll notice we're gonna have an R squared and an R. We don't care about the R squared, all we care about is the R. And the closer R is to 1, the stronger the positive correlation is. And the closer it is to -1, the stronger the negative correlation is. If the number is close to 0, like 0.2, -0.3, like that would be a weak correlation or no correlation.